Hello, I think we're going to get started. So my name is Faylene Beaubier. I'm a member of the International Socialists in Toronto, and I want to welcome people to this session of Marxism 2011. So first of all, to my right here is Monique Moisan, and I just want to say how happy we are that she's able to be here. She's actually here as an official spokesperson with the agreement of the National Coordinating Committee of Québec Solidaire, which some people may have heard of. Québec Solidaire, which is a large left party that elected their first MNA in December 2008, Amir Kadir. She was herself on the National Coordinating Committee of Québec Solidaire from 2008 to March 2011. She's now on one of the committees of Québec Solidaire, the Comité synthèse.
Bonjour tout le monde. I will speak in English, but maybe sometimes I will have some difficulties and switch to French and then switch back to English. So if I need help, I will ask for help.
Yeah, sure.
I want to say that I'm also a founder of this magazine. We are 8 years old now. We are Left magazine, and I have some copies if people are interested in it. I will have three parts in my speech. The first one will be from NDP to Québec Solidaire, a historical part. Then I will talk about from nothing to one deputy at the National Assembly in Quebec, and then I will talk about from one to more for the next general election in 2012, maybe 2012. So maybe there were people who attended my presentation last year. When I have explained the historical part, I will do it shorter this time. But I said from NDP to QS, it's a way to say things short. In 1996, the NDP Quebec split from the NDP because of the question nationale. The NDP did not agree with the question of the autodetermination of the Quebecers, and we split. I was a member of the NDP since 1987. And we changed our name, and we were then the Parti de la Démocratie Socialiste. After that, we managed to unite the left parties in Quebec, little parties, and we worked with the PCQ, Parti communiste du Québec, and the RAP, the Rassemblement pour l'Alternative Progressiste. This was a new party that was founded 2 years before, and together with other people, some from the PQ, I think they had quit the PQ, of course. And some other people who had never been in any party. We founded the Union des Forces Progressistes, UFP, in 2001. Then we made this analysis, that is, we thought that social movements in Quebec, at that time, before 2000, the social movements were resisting, making demonstrations in the streets for some issues, but at that time those movements didn't want to go on the political scenes, like with electoral parties and make elections. But what we thought in the left parties was that there will be a day that they will say, okay, that we don't have any choice, we cannot resist anymore, we want to be proactive, we want the power, we want to change the world for our fellows. So we've decided in the left parties to make the vehicle to be ready for when the social movements would also be ready to do the faire le saut. Do the Jessica?
To make the leap.
To make the leap, that's it. And so we founded UFP in 2001, and at that time, social movements united in Quebec in a political movement, not a party, a political movement that was called Option Citoyenne, whose leader was Françoise David and François Saillant. Most people know about Françoise David and François Saillant. And in 2004, we began negotiating UFP and Option Citoyenne. We began the negotiation to get together, I'd say, to make love marriage. And it was a love marriage. In 2006, February 2006, we founded Québec Solidaire. Where is he? Because he's not here today. I don't remember his name. He was at the registration last night, and he told me he was at this foundation congress in Montreal. We were 1,000 people all the weekend. Were you there, Jessica? Yes, you were. And you were there at the funding. It was a weekend of really a fantastic weekend. We were 1,000 people together in one room, and all the weekend we agreed on many things, almost everything. It was really fantastic, and then we began to make the work on the political field of elections, and that leads us to my second part, that is from nothing to one deputy. Beginning Québec Solidaire, we had some problems because of the general election that came two times in 1 year. We had general election in 2007. We were created in 2006. You can imagine that we were not really ready to have those general elections in 2007. We had to borrow money to make the general election of 2007, and this ends with gouvernement minoritaire, minority government. And the year after, in December 2008, there were another general elections. But it was difficult because of the money, because of the structure. We didn't have many riding associations. We were not too numerous. But in 2008, happened one thing that was fantastic. Amir Kadir was elected in the Mercier riding. And since then, maybe you've heard about Amir. Amir is now the most popular politician in Quebec. That is really interesting because he's the only one of his party at the National Assembly. So we succeeded in electing one deputy. We wanted to have more. Françoise David was at a few hundred votes to have it, but it doesn't work that time. So now we are in the part that's growing from one to more. I'd say what is the secret of success of QS jusqu'à aujourd'hui is that we used to say we are nous sommes un parti des urnes et de la rue. And this was true since UFP, of it. That means that we are present in demonstrations in the streets for political issues, for peace, for health services, public services, whatever. If you look at the membership of Québec Solidaire, Many members of Québec Solidaire are activists in many fields of social issues. So it's not only a party in French we say a parti de membres à carte. It's not only that people pay $5 to have their card. It's not that. We are really a party of people who are fighting on many fields of social justice. Now, the défi.
Challenge?
Challenge. Well, the challenge is now to go from one deputy to more. I will say that we don't want to be elected as a government at the next elections. We think that will happen in 2012. We don't know, but maybe it's probably in 2012. And we want to have 5 or 6 deputies the next time. If we can have 10, it would be fantastic. But in March, last March, we had a congress. We've decided on our strategy for the elections, and we've decided to have some ridings that will be of priority 1. We'll have ridings that will be of priority 2, and then 3. That means in some ridings we will may have more money, more people, more work will be done, and those ridings will be the one we think have a chance to vote Québec Solidaire. We will choose those ridings with some, we have the criteria for that.
Criteria,
yeah. Mm-hmm. We will look at how much have we got in the last campaigns, the last 2 campaigns for Québec Solidaire, but we will go back even in 2003 when UFP presented candidates. We will look at the number of members in the riding associations. Is there 55 members or 300 members? That will make a difference. And then we will choose in which riding we will make the most bigger efforts. Then we will have also ridings we call intermédiaires. And you can imagine that will mean lesser money, lesser people, but trying to have good results. And this is, there are 2 objectives. There's the primary objective to have people elected in 2012. But in the same time, we work for medium term. So in the ridings intermédiaires, maybe we won't win at that time. But the work that will be done in 2012 in those ridings may permit us to have people elected in 2016. And that is how we work. So I will end my presentation on that. What we are doing since about 15 years in Quebec, and I am there since that time, we are working on a long-term basis. We decided in 1998 or about, people who were there at that time, that we have a big work to do. Having a left-wing party in Quebec, as in Canada, is not something natural. We have to work hard, and the result will be on the long term. So it was clear to us that we had to begin someday to have results in 10, 15, or 25 years. And another thing we are really aware of is the generations. We are really aware to have young people with us. Québec Solidaire memberships counts many young people, and we are working hard to make sure that the young people can get experience, We want them to be elected on the coordination committees, in their underwriting association, also at the coordination, National Coordination Committee. So we are really, really working on a mid and long-term basis because we think that's the only way to do it. And that's the thing. Thank you.